Hi, my name is Steve Boston, and this is a new channel. It's called Ask the People, as you can see the little poster back here. And it will be a channel that's dedicated to asking people, regular people, officials, politicians, restaurant workers, government workers, whoever. It's Ask the People. And it's going to be a channel about asking the people their opinion on local, regional, and world events and how they perhaps could fix some of our problems. What are the solutions? But in this quick, short clip, I wanted to discuss my ideas of how the Ukraine-Russia war situation could be solved. Now, I'm a TV producer, and I was in Ukraine and did a documentary there, and I regularly do Zoom call meetings with Ukrainian officials, so I keep up to date on what's happening. And my particular way of looking at this is you have Ukraine and Russia that are 180 degrees apart. Russia wants Ukraine to be neutral and to not have NATO troops in Ukraine and to not be a part of NATO. And Ukraine wants to be a part of NATO, to have backstops and security guarantees from the United States and Europe, and so that they can build up their military to full force in case Russia invades. But my idea is particularly a lot like the Austrian Treaty in 1955. And briefly, the Austrian Treaty is when the Allied powers, which were at that time after World War II, the United States, France, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union were all Allied powers against Nazi Germany. And Nazi Germany had annexed Austria during the war. And the 1955 treaty gave Austria back its freedom, and the Allied powers, all four of them, agreed to pull out their troops from Austria in exchange for permanent neutrality. And ever since, Austria has been a profitable, prosperous country and not involved in any wars since that time. So I think if Ukraine and Ukraine followed the Austrian Treaty example, it would be the best way to go. Now, Ukraine will still say, well, what about security guarantees? And Russia would say, we don't want NATO. Well, a permanent state of neutrality would mean that Ukraine would declare that it's not going to be a member of NATO. It's going to be permanently neutral, being able to do business with anyone it wants. And as far as security guarantees, I don't believe that the United States and Europe should place troops, peacekeeping troops or otherwise, in Ukraine. I think the security guarantees should be, if Russia were to invade again, then the United States and European powers would come to Ukraine's defense. But having NATO troops, United States troops, European troops in Ukraine would only provoke the war to a higher degree, and Russia would go full force. I think Russia would also agree to Ukraine's permanent neutrality in exchange for, to discontinue the war, and to not, in exchange for Ukraine dropping its request to be part of NATO. The best way and the best security is to be a neutral state, to be profitable, to rebuild, and to have no conflict with Russia, and then Russia would not have a conflict with Ukraine. So once again, I think Ukraine should follow the Austrian Treaty of 1955, which gave Austria full neutrality, full freedom, and to not be a part of any particular military power at that time. And look what's happened since. It's a great country. Great people, as Trump would say, great people. But it really is. So that is the direction to follow. I know a lot of people in Ukraine or Russia maybe would disagree, but I think that is the way to go. And so, this is Steve Boston for Ask the People. Thank you for watching, and please tune in again and pass this show along to anyone who might be interested in the Russia-Ukraine situation and a solution. And I think this can be a solution. Thank you very much.